Hey guys, this is your boy Lando back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be checking, if you saw my previous one, we were checking all the lights and how to diagnose the sounds of your suspension technically. So right now we're actually going to be checking the one of the lights. The engine light popped up because we have a misfire on cylinder 3. So I'm going to teach you how to diagnose if it's either the spark plug, the coil, thankfully the wire, usually like on V8s and stuff, you have a wire running through from the coil to the actual spark plug. This time the coil and technically the wiring is all the same thing. So we have it right here, guys. As you can see, we take the connector off, press the click, and let's see if I can do it with the other hand. Like that, we pop it out. It looks like this. So we're gonna put this back in and see what's happening. So before we take the spark plugs and before we take the spark plugs out, we're actually gonna be testing it out right now. So all you're gonna need is a metal screwdriver. This is the cheap way to do it. So we're going to turn on the car, we're going to unplug the coil, and if it starts running worse, is because either that cylinder is good and there's no misfire there, or because that cylinder is bad and there's no difference between all of them. So let's check it out. Let's turn the car on. First, make sure that all of your stuff is good. And bam. So I took the little bolts off already. As you can see, these little bolts go in here to tighten it down. We took them off already. So let's go turn the car on. Okay guys, so we have the coils right now. We'll take this one off. Look at it. Good. 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 Back. We're going to use this. What we did there, if you don't have your diagram or if you don't want to search it up, that's the way to figure out which one is not popping. When we took the actual coil off, when it didn't do anything, I heard the spark. You could hear it. It sounds like a clicking, like tick, 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 tick. We also used this. We checked it, and there was electricity running through it, so that's a good way to do it. Stick something on it, hear it, you're going to be able to hear it. So this is the problem. I don't think it's the coil, so now we're going to take off the actual the spark plug to see if anything's wrong with it. So let's go. Alright guys, so we pull the spark plug out. As you can see, I'm not sure if it's gonna focus. It ain't gonna focus. But let's see. As you can see, it's dry. There's no oil in there. I saw the inside of the engine. I saw the piston is really black, real black. But is dry. I don't see any liquid, anything in there, so thankfully the gasket is still good, so we got that going for us. Anyways, we're probably just gonna switch these out. That is how to check if your stuff is bad. We are gonna change the coils, we are gonna change the spark plugs, just because we want this car running smooth. Not because we need to, but because I want them fresh before we tune it up. We're actually gonna do the oil change as well. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're gonna do is actually get all of our coils out and disconnected. Just pull the clip out, pull the actual coil out, ignition coil, and replace it. And then we're gonna take every single one of our spark plugs out. We already took this one out, so let's go. Got the goodies in there. Okay, guys, so I saw my manual and it says that the gap for our TC should be at a .044. I got the NGK Iridium spark plugs. I'm not sure if they told me that they were gapped already, but don't ever trust them. Always check. We have our little gapper right here in our keys, so we're gonna check it out and see if they are at a .4044. So let's check. Okay, guys, all of them are capped correctly. Usually by factory, they told me that they were already gapped, but I don't trust them. Sometimes they get dropped. Sometimes, something could happen. So always check. They're all good while placing them and actually putting them on the car, because you're going at a downhill thing. Good thing is to have a magnet socket, especially made for spark plugs, and to put it in lightly. You don't want to put it in, drop it in there, saying mess the gap. We don't want that, so we're going to put it in carefully, and we're about to do that, so let's go. Okay, guys, so we're starting with the first one. We're going to go straight in, try to take it in as straight as possible, slow as possible, because we don't want to mess that gap up. When it's in, we're going to tighten it by hand, and it's hand tightening. Now we're gonna go in with the second and hand tighten that one as well. Slowly, remember. There we go, it's hand tightened. Also, guys, make sure to put the lubrication that you need. They usually sell it at the auto parts stores for the spark plug especially. So put some of that on there. I think it's like makes the electricity roll better. So, and also it helps the actual thread not mess up anything in there. So I'm gonna put in the last one. We're actually just gonna snug it up a little bit more. I'm not sure the actual torque on this, so let's search it up. I'm gonna always search it up and always make sure that it's the actual right one. Okay, so for a Scion TC, guys, we're doing 13 foot-pounds of torque. So you can do it either with a torque wrench, or you can turn it half. You can turn it half a turn while when it's hand tightened. So we're just gonna do half a turn, and yeah, pretty much. So let's get it. It's hand tightened already, so we're gonna do half a turn. Keep going, and that's good. Come up to another one, put it like that. Tighten, perfect. There we go. There we go. And I think this one was a little loose, so let's go in here and see. There we go, guys. Perfect. Now we're coming in here, guys, and we're gonna put in our coils. Oh, this one goes like that. Putting them in the wrong way, so this one is the one that goes back. And we just plug in the clips. And the only thing left to do is to tighten the bolts, guys. So the 4 bolts for for the actual piece, so make sure to align it well. Make sure to put all of them in there. This just keeps the actual coil from coming out, and it keeps it snugged up to the spark plug. I am not 100% sure on the torque spec on this, but I mean, just snug it up so it doesn't come off. And then after that, I'm just gonna snug them up with my wrench, and the lights should be fixed. And if it's not, it's gonna be interesting, but it should, because it's just a misfire. It's not telling me anything else. And plus, when we took off that, we diagnosed it. So, but yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you liked it. Another way to check if your actual ignition coils are bad, you saw the last one, right? How we took it off and it didn't do anything, and the other three did. Change that coil. So put one of the good coils in one of the cylinders that is doing good, put it on that bad one, and put the bad one on this one. If that last one starts to, if you start feeling it when you take the other ignition coil off, is because the spark plug is bad. Now, if you come into the other one and that thing starts doing it, like it starts shaking, it starts stuttering, is because the actual ignition coil is bad. It's not because of the spark plug, but because of the actual ignition coil. So that's another step, another way to actually check the ignition coils. So yeah, pretty much it. That's it, guys. Hope that I helped you. Hope that you liked the video. Make sure to comment, like, any questions that you got. And yeah, pretty much we still are doing that AC thing. I'm sorry, guys, that it's been taking a while. I haven't posted in a while. I have a lot of business going on. So no worries. We'll get to that AC video, and I will show you guys how to diagnose and what to see, what to check if you don't have your AC working or your heater working. So anyways, that's it, guys. Deuces.